I'm sorry about all of this. I've had a really great time with you tonight, and I think it's fair to say that I really like you.
Rachel, a single mom of 2 kids, works as a theater actress and is in the entertainment industry. Her cheerful personality makes her stand out among her friends, but her co-workers find it a bit strange at times. It's been 3 years since her divorce, and her friend who practices mantra and meditation believes that it's the perfect time for Rachel to meet someone. But it's not really one of her priorities.
I just called to remind you that tomorrow night we'll be experiencing the new moon. It means that tomorrow night is the perfect time for you to go out and meet that special someone.
I am not on the hunt for a knight in shining armor right now.
Oh, kakapoos, you're not?
She is engrossed with her work and taking care of her kids. But when Rachel meets up with her cousin and reveals her wedding day, she comes to know a guy and eventually they hooked up the night. The guy was really into Rachel and would love to see her again, but she doesn't feel the same way for him. She even wanted to avoid him after what happened between them. She was just so drunk the night. She even didn't recognize the guy when she woke up.
I'm really busy at the moment, with my kids and...
Text later, okay?
She was late attending a meeting and clearly wasn't herself. Then her mother called and reminded her that she has to attend a film festival awards and thought it will benefit Rachel since she is into acting. She initially declined the invitation, but when her boss saw her, she was forced to say yes to her mom since she feels a bit awkward towards her. The guy was just so stubborn and keeps calling Rachel. Even her kids ask her who the guy is. Then her mom calls again to remind her regarding their trip. Rachel feels uncomfortable as they arrive at the venue, but her mom told her to just relax and maybe she will learn something from the event. The next day she was just so annoyed as she didn't get to sleep well, and so she went to a canteen and asked for a tea. A woman joins her and asks if she did watch the movie last night and pointed out that a Samoan female filmmaker was actually there. And just like that, the moment she saw the woman, she falls in love at first sight.
Oh, may I sit here?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for my tea and then I'll, be going.
I saw this wonderful film last night. It was made by a Samoan woman. Oh, actually, look, that's the filmmaker just there.
It's like she didn't know what she really felt at the time, but all she knows is that she wanted to be with her right at that moment. Rachel calls her mom and told her if they can leave, but when she saw that woman again, whom later got the chance to talk to her, she decides to stay for a while. Nikki introduced herself to Rachel, and then they shared a hug, and Rachel just doesn't want to let go of Nikki. She was just staring at her and didn't say a thing.
Sorry, I'm Nikki. It was nice to meet you. Congratulations on your work in the film.
During the awards night, Rachel got so drunk, then she was just staring at Nikki as she accepts her award. Then she went to the toilet and keeps on saying she is so beautiful.
She is beautiful.
Yes, you are, dear. We all are.
She's beautiful.
Back at work, Rachel checks on the awards night photos and was so upset to see her face, and clearly she was so drunk that time. Then she saw Nikki's photos and that's when she started stalking her. Her boss approached her and asked if she did meet Nikki during the event. She was surprised to know that her boss is Nikki's friend, so she pretends that she is not really into Nikki and she doesn't feel any attraction.
Did you meet my friend Nikki? Nikki, did you see her there? Samoan, dark, attractive.
She's not that attractive.
So,
You saw her?
Actually, yeah.
She can no longer hide this feeling, so she went to see her friend and reveals to her what she felt for Nikki. She wants to get help from her friend on what she should do.
Who is it? Is it anyone I know? Really fine with me. It's very modern,
It's
you know?
a woman.
You like women, but I don't. But you like this one.
And she did what her friend suggested, that she can start or maybe try asking Nikki out and just talk about work. Rachel finally decided to try her luck and go for Nikki, and so she texted her, but unfortunately Nikki declined her invitation. Then her friend told Rachel she has to know if Nikki is single. The only person who knows Nikki is her boss, and so she tried to ask her about Nikki. That's when she knew that Nikki is actually a lesbian and that she broke up with her girlfriend 3 years ago. Rachel knew deep within her that she wants to pursue Nikki, especially now she knows Nikki is into women. She met Nikki again in a restaurant and seems she still doesn't know how to act in front of her. Then suddenly, in the middle of their conversation, a friend of Nikki saw her and invites her to come to a charity event. And so Rachel told her to just be with her friend. She then went back home and feeling so upset. Her friend checks on her and she said it's like she isn't acting like herself. Just can't stop thinking about Nikki. Her friend convinced her that they can go to that event, but unfortunately when Nikki saw them, she felt as if she is trying so hard to please Nikki, and so she told her friend they have to leave. Nikki felt she needs to talk to Rachel, and so she went to her workplace and meets with Rachel's boss first. When Rachel knew that Nikki was there, she tries to calm herself, especially when Nikki invited her for lunch.
You go down the stairs and then you take a right. I can give you the address if you want.
Or you can show me.
Me?
That's if you don't already have plans for lunch.
And so they started to know each other more, and Nikki somehow starts to feel attracted to Rachel. She even told her she wants to see her again and maybe spend more time together. Nikki invited Rachel to watch a movie, then Rachel reveals to Nikki she has a hard time watching foreign films as she still needs to read the subtitles. Rachel has dyslexia, and so Nikki reads the subtitle for her.
I think I have dyslexia, or I'm just really, really bad at reading.
I can read the subtitles for you.
Rachel finds this so sweet of Nikki. She then invites her to have tea in her house. Both of them starts to feel the tension, and finally they both give into their emotions and made love that night. The next day, Nikki needed to leave and prepare for work. Rachel's kids came with her mom, and all of them noticed that there's something different on Rachel. And so this was the start of their frequent meetups. Nikki is now starting to really fall for Rachel, and so she wants to meet her before Rachel leaves for her cousin's wedding. And so they had dinner, and unexpectedly the guy who Rachel hooked up saw them. This guy eventually revealed to Nikki that Rachel might not be into her, as she used to just leave people after getting what she wants. This really made Nikki upset, especially she is supposed to ask Rachel that night if she can marry her, as she is really falling for her and wants to spend her life with Rachel. She tells Rachel she just wants to leave, and Rachel didn't understand why. While at the wedding, Rachel never got a text nor a call from Nikki. And so she was the one who called her and was surprised to know when Nikki said she doesn't want to be somebody else's hookups. This made Rachel upset since what she feels for Nikki is real. The next day, Rachel decided to leave early and told her mom to take care of the kids. She wanted to really talk to Nikki, and so she rushed and hoped she still can get the last ride going back to the city. But unfortunately, she didn't make it, and so she was just sitting there feeling helpless. But she noticed a box and opened it and was surprised it's actually from Nikki. She didn't expect Nikki will be there, and finally Rachel said yes and they got married.
Want more queer content? Then please subscribe and hit the notification bell.